So, Satish, just with the camera being here, do I have the permission to record this conversation just so that whatever questions you have might, um, the discussions we have would also be further more insights for the students having the same question, if that's okay with you?
Yeah, completely fine.
Awesome. Satish, tell us about yourself. Like, what do you do and what are your?
So, um, I'm currently residing in a place called Pondicherry, also known as Puducherry. So, I have completed my graduate as a civil engineer. Recently, I have graduated in May 2020. So,
Okay.
presently, I'm looking to pursue my master's in US.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was looking for certain universities to apply for construction management because I know that I am not that much strong in technical aspects. So
Okay.
I thought to myself, okay, it would be very good to choose a field which is involving more management than more and more core and technical stuffs. So while surfing through the internet to search for the universities which would suit me, I found that okay, Arizona State University would fit me because it has all the facilities, including the teaching professors, starting from the teaching professors till the job prospects, everything was fine. So instead of before applying to the university, I thought that okay, let's talk to some of the alumni which who have studied there, and let's clarify the primary doubts before applying to the universities. So that's what I reach out to use.
Oh, awesome. Well, let me know how can I help you then. Let's start with the first question. Just to let you know, I'm gonna answer all the questions
Okay.
that I've experienced in the process that I when I once was in your spot trying to apply for universities, and today I'm working. Just so that, like, I mean, all what I'm gonna tell is based on what I've experienced or the knowledge I have so far. Okay. I'll try answering the best or giving out the resources that I have, that I've accumulated in the past 3.5 years being here in the United States. So tell me, what's your first question, Satish?
Okay. My first question is it's quite basic. Like, how good is ASU for construction management?
That's a very common question that most students ask. And like when I was doing a research about construction management schools in America when I was coming, I often saw ASU to be coming in any list or whatever the articles read for the same topic, which was about selecting a university in America for construction management. ASU was always in the top five list. And so fortunately, I got away with it. I got an admit and I came to the university and I realized it actually stands up to its mark for the course of construction management, especially. They have an entire different building for construction, which is just dedicated for construction students, including construction engineering, construction management, little courses for civil engineering as well. And then most primarily important component that I believe personally that makes ASU a great school, not just in terms of construction, but an overall one indeed, is because it has a very vast, strong alumni network, meaning the students who have graduated from that universities are working with a lot of companies around, good big companies. If you look at construction, you would see a lot of companies that come to the career fair at ASU has directors and presidents and vice presidents who have once graduated from the construction school of ASU. So that certainly gives a little more soft corner for the students, saying that believing to be in a position like a vice president in some company and studying the same course that a student, the fellow student who's applying to my company is, that somewhere gives a better understanding to the hiring manager or the company that's making a call for you to be considered. The other thing about ASU is, especially for the construction management course, it has a lot of clubs on its campus as student chapters. So there are some defined clubs, or like there are a few organizations, just to give you out a few names. The first would be Construction Management Association of America, or it would be Design Build Institute of America, or there could be IFMA, which is International Facility Management Association, I believe. And these are United State chapters across the country, but ASU has student chapters of them on their campus, which basically gives you an exposure to all the people out there in industries. So they often conduct webinars or guest sessions talking about different topics, coming in to the college and discussing about opportunities for networking, or also talking about things like you can just hand over your resume to them and ask them things like, how am I standing up to industry standards, or just get more and more insights and better your network when it comes to getting references for applying for jobs. I believe these clubs had a big impact to me personally. As more and more I got involved with those clubs, they helped me with knowing more people in the industry, and definitely that got me a lot of references when I was applying for my full-time positions. Also, I had something to tell as my experience in America when I used to speak to any recruiter in a career fair, saying that I worked with CMA for so and so workshop, and we spoke about this topic, and we had an industrial visit for this project on with this company, and that certainly somewhere boosts up your knowledge and confidence to talk to that. So that's another reason why I felt AAC was good. um, and then the last thing I would say about ASU is it has a big campus, and the crowd there is pretty diverse. You would see people and students coming from different countries altogether. And just to look at construction in particular, I had friends who came from China. I had friends who were local Americans. I had friends who came from Brazil, the United Arab Emirates, so many from Jordan. And I think that gives you a better insight of how people are doing across the country, pursuing the same profession, how things work in their countries. And I think that's a good group discussion to have, just to kind of progress in the field that you're trying to. So I feel all these reasons really made ASU one of the hottest choice. And of course, the finances. The fees are slightly not on the highest side, but not on the middle layer as well. Like, I mean, ASU could be a little heavy on the pocket for, especially if you're considered getting a loan. But over the period of time, you would realize if you work really hard out. I mean, the university could be potentially a great choice for somebody who's wanting to know more about construction management or anything relating to construction in particular. Does that answer your question, Satish?
Perfect.